Hi, I'm Thomas Klose. As a camera technician, I would like to give you some advice you should follow before buying a new digital camera. This is not the usual test report which ends up with a list of camera recommendations to buy. Rather, I would like to give you advice about the type of digital camera which is right for you. Let's face it, there are hundreds of different cameras to choose from. Camera manufacturers release new models every month. To make matters worse, most retailers stock different models, which makes price comparison almost impossible. Choose the type of camera first. It happens all the time. I see it almost every day. People come to see me with faulty point-and-shoot digital cameras which have self-induced faults. The good news is that most of these expensive problems could have been avoided when you had chosen the right camera type which fits your lifestyle and had taken the right precautions, of course. The bad news is these faults are not covered under warranty and are often uneconomical to repair. What is a self-induced fault? Sand, liquid and shock damage. Sand damage can easily happen at the beach without realizing it straight away. A couple of sand grains in the right spot can malfunction an extendable lens mechanism. The most common liquid damage cameras we have seen are affected by rainwater, beach and swimming pool. And believe it or not, drink bottles stored in the camera bag. Shock damage is a tricky subject, in particular when the camera is handled by multiple users. Often it is not realized as there are hardly any signs of damage on the outside housing of the camera, but damage is done inside. What is an uneconomical repair? The most common symptoms, or let's say parts which break, are LCD displays and extendable lenses. LCDs are made of glass and exposed often without any protection. Lenses are in most cases a non-serviceable item and need to be replaced as a whole unit, which is extremely expensive. Spare part prices can make up to 50% or more of the price you paid when the camera was new. Given the price decline and the improved performance of new cameras, you can work out by yourself where you want to spend your money. What to look out for when choosing a new camera? To get the most out of your investment, choose the type of camera which suits your lifestyle best. Let's put the earlier paragraph about self-induced faults into consideration and assume we distinguish between three types of point-and-shoot cameras. Cameras with extendable lenses, inbuilt lenses, water and shockproof cameras. If you have a personal preference for a camera which has an extendable lens, you must take special care of it to avoid any damage to the lens. In case you have kids and multiple users who might be a little rough with the handling of the camera, the best return on the investment is given with a water and shockproof camera. Personally, I use a camera with an inbuilt lens, which hasn't given me any problems whatsoever. Accessories. Do you want to upgrade your camera with a newer model of the same brand and hoping to use the old accessories like battery or memory card? In most cases, you can't. Different physical shapes and electrical specification make it impossible. Features. Now we are talking about purchase price. More megapixels and optical zoom is not all. Often specifications are pushed to the limit and performance is sacrificed. Let me explain. To take a good shot with a high megapixel and let's say 10x optical zoom camera without tripod requires a lot of computer power. Often it can take a few seconds of shutter lag and results are still not satisfying. What I'm saying is, to have a good performance and specification camera, you have to pay the price and go for a semi-professional or digital SLR camera. However, the most shots indoors are taken in wide-angle lens settings and outdoors you use the same. Most cameras handle these shots without any issues. The best insurance from disappointments is to test the camera by yourself under different light conditions and zoom settings. Test reports. Make sure the cameras tested are readily available and the test topics make sense and are relevant for you. See it as a guideline only. What is a good brand? This is hard to say from a repairer's point of view because we only see the faulty ones. When looking underneath the brand badge and housing, it is almost impossible to see if brand name stands out with better workmanship. All I can see is that mechanical components seem to be done more out of plastic, and the way they have been put together looks and feels cheaper as it used to. All the improvements which lead to better specification go into more powerful electronics and computer chips. Therefore, manufacturer costs can be reduced to a minimum. Today it is not as expensive as it used to be to manufacture a relatively good new camera or release new models, which explains the ever-increasing flood of new cameras. What the reliability of different brands concerns, I couldn't recommend one or the other, as long as you compare cameras in the same price bracket. A lot of spare parts have Chinese writing on the boxes, which makes me wonder where they are coming from and where the cameras are manufactured. Summary. Here you go. This is an opinion and camera advice from a repairer. I hope it was helpful and has shed some light on this almost overwhelming task to purchase a new camera. There are certainly a few points above which should be elaborated on. To get the full picture, visit me on my blog for a few more pieces of the puzzle. At the end of the day, you want to educate yourself to be able to apply more common sense to make better decisions. It is not always the cheapest price what matters. You want to have the right type of camera and value for your money.